PRS because I believe in their vision. I believe in building community. I think everyone is important, essential. And so we are a collective of people of different faith and background. And so I believe we can offer many things to our community.
After having spent 10 years in oil and gas, I knew I wanted to work somewhere where it mattered, where it counted.
I love PRS, and one of the things that's most meaningful for me is just seeing all the kids' smiling faces when we do events and host parties and celebrations at the properties that we serve.
I am at PRS because of our commitment to families and the communities we serve.
Really proud to be in the interfaith group. It originated when there wasn't anything really happening for affordable housing decades ago in Harris County and Houston.
I'm at PRS because we connect passionate individuals to make a real impact. We find people who care about others, and together we make a difference.
I'm at PRS because of you and so many other people that work here that are like family. And we're an amazing team, and all the residents we get to serve and provide programs and events to, from children to seniors to single moms to families. I love it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And I love you.
I love you. I am at PRS because I'm passionate about helping others, and that is the core of what we do.
I personally love our mission. I am deeply committed to helping our underserved communities.
I get to amplify voices, I get to share stories, I get to work with this wonderful team, work with PRS, so I love it here, and we are here to make a difference.
I'm at PRS because I want to contribute to a well-managed environment where everyone feels valued and supported.
Hi, my name is Ellie Fanning, and I am the Executive Director of Portfolio Resident Services. I have been involved in this organization for quite some time. It has been a very long journey, nearly 20 years. We have gone from one employee, one community in the city of Houston, in Texas, impacting roughly 250 residents, to now being called Portfolio Resident Services with 250 employees, serving over 300 communities in 12 states and impacting over 120,000 people. And that makes us the largest third-party provider in the country. We also now work very closely with another organization in the Interfaith Group Alliance called Today's Resident Services, and they help us collect data at the end of the month and then convert those into impact reports. There's been a lot of change, but I think a lot of the technology integration and the evolution in the industry as it pertains to curriculum and programming is likely not to change as much as it did in the last 20 years. I'm very happy to say we've got a team here at PRS that is in it to win it, open-minded to be adaptable and pivot when change is needed. And I'm so grateful for diverse perspectives and teammates who are open and honest with one another as we navigate these roads to continued success. In this past year, we've spent a lot of time collecting data, looking back at our fundamental values, and have ultimately decided to redefine our core values as in PRS. I stands for innovation. And one of the programs that comes to mind when I think of innovation would be during COVID. And everybody's supposed to be isolating in place, and we're uncertain of what tomorrow looks like. We banded together, strapped on masks, congregated outside in open air, and conducted balcony bingo for some laughs and for some connection. When we were collecting food pantry items, we did so outside in parking lots and then placed them at the doorstep of each resident. We even partnered at a couple of sites with the National Guard to make sure that we created a carpool line around the properties. N stands for neighborly, and it is one of my favorites because it's a nod and a testament to our tagline, which we've been using for over 20 years, which is executing the Good Neighbor program. I think that it's super important to be neighborly always, because only by being a neighbor do you understand what an individual or community needs. An example of a neighborly program would be the Barbara Bush Literacy Foundation partnership. It is very much like an exchange of books, reading together, creating community, teaching a youngster how to read. The Barbara Bush Literacy Partnership is the perfect example for our second core value, which is neighborly. Our third core value is P, for purpose-driven. We quickly realized that in a community in San Antonio, there were a lot of gang violence and influence to align with the pressures of what may be going along or inside school venues and outside of school presence on weekends. As we worked with this community, we realized that a lot of these youth didn't have a two-parent household. And it's so important, especially in those younger, more impressionable years, to surround a community with positive influences so that we can bridge that gap and empower a community. This is reliable. You can't have an organization that doesn't have reliable and dependent and accountable employees, partners, board, governance. We need everybody to be engaged and show up when we need them, showing our external community and clients that you can count on us. I have to mention a banking partner in this one because for a very long time, we had a board and employee relationship, but prior to that, this particular board president at the time had really rich history with one of our alliance members. She was a banker and she worked at LISC in Houston and was able to provide some financing for an affordable apartment here in Houston, Texas. And because of the work PRS did and continues to do, she then wanted to become a part of the governing board of this entire organization. There are many, many banks that contribute to our success, but financial literacy is something that's super important and further proves you can be reliable when people know you can count on them. And we want our residents to count on us to make sure that they know what financial literacy consists of. Stewards of impact. PRS has 3 corporate initiatives currently. We have one, which is the Operation Back to School initiative, typically in August. We partner with community partners that have resources to provide backpacks and essential educational supplies that are needed for a successful school year ahead. We then do National Night Out and begin to bridge and strengthen relationships between law enforcement and the community. And then we also have the Spirit of Giving initiative, which is an opportunity for us to come together around some food, be grateful, share some affirmations, and then in the case of many of our family communities, partner with Toys for Tots to make sure that every child's wish is granted. As I think about 2025, I think we have a very bright future. Yes, there's been lots of changes and there will probably be many more, but it's super important that we take this year to focus on operational excellence. We need to take an introspective approach to make sure that the way we're executing programs, the way we're communicating across different departments, the way we prepare client reports is the most efficient, the most impactful, the most connective, and to make sure that we are doing what we're supposed to do in the frame of affordable housing. I deeply feel I need to leave the world a better place. As I've become a mother, that passion and that fire that burns inside my soul has doubled. And so it's so important as I think about the future to play my part here in PRS to allow every resident in our communities to feel empowered to do the same. I was recently asked, what message would I share with the team to motivate them for 2025? And I thought, it's time to level up because we are all in PRS together.
We're all in PRS together.
We are all in PRS together.
We're all in PRS together.
You know what? We're all in PRS together.
Together. Together.
We're all in PRS together.
I'm in.
I'm in.
You in?
I'm in. I'm in.
You in?
We're all in PRS together.
We are all in PRS together. Yay! That's a wrap, right?
Yeah.